Tinker Golf Man here, and today I'm going to be doing an on-course review of the newly released Costco Kirkland golf balls 2025 edition. I'm going to be putting it up against the Titleist Pro V1. The new ones for 2025 have not been released yet at my club, but I'm going to be doing the latest one that they have, the 2023 Pro V1 versus the Kirkland Costco 2025 golf ball. Now I have heard that the previous generation, or the V2 or the 2024-23 model of the Costco golf ball, did not get any good reviews. I think on My Golf Spy they rated it a 45 overall score, which is super low. So I'm keen to see. I've heard rumors that the new 2025 version has been updated with new technology, because the previous version was super bad in terms of performance, and I've heard Kirkland golf ball be way better than the previous generation. So Titleist Pro V1, obviously we know it's true and tested #1 golf ball on the tours, and but obviously Kirkland golf ball, if you guys are familiar with the history, almost mimicked the Pro V1 years ago. So I'm keen to see where they're at in 2025. So let's take a look. This is a 128-yard par 3. Starting off with the Kirkland 2025 golf ball. Where the Kirkland ended up on this par 3. Again, it's a little bit long, probably got about 30-40 feet total, but let's see how it performs greenside, chipping from, I guess, at the rough at this point. But it's a tough hole here at the club. Let's see how the Kirkland performs with stopping power and trying to get it to hold. All right, this is where the Pro V1 ended up. A little bit long again for me. Still struck well though. Felt like the contact was definitely softer in terms of feel. This one's a little bit closer to the hole, probably, I would say 20-25 feet total, and I don't have a lot of area to stop this ball in terms of keeping it on the green, because it does slope severely to the left. So let's take a look at the stopping power. Let's see what we're looking at putting wise. All right, this is the Titleist 2023 Pro V1. Probably got about 18 feet maybe, and another slider to my right. Bogey putts, but my initial feel with the golf balls are that the Kirkland one is way more firmer in terms of feel. All right, this is with the Kirkland 2025 on this par 3. Alright, this is the 23 Pro V1 with a hybrid. Playing 198 today, part 3. All right, as you guys can see, that's the Pro V1 held up on the green about 15 feet. Now I did thin this hybrid for the Kirkland golf ball, but that's where it still got to in terms of thinning a shot. So let's take a look at putting and chipping performance on this part 3. All right, as you guys can see, the ball may have come out of frame, but that left me roughly about a 12 footer, I would say. Now we're gonna look at it's about almost the same amount of distance, about 12 to 15 feet, but this is with the Pro V1 that's on the green, held up pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, Pro V1, 23 Pro V1 with a 3-wood. This is the Kirkland Costco 3-wood action again. All right, so the Kirkland golf ball, since it's so muddy out here today at the club, smack dab in the middle of the fairway, left me about 119. All right, this is the 119 shot going into the green, and smack dab in the middle with the Kirkland 2025. All right, this is the Pro V1, just on the inside rough. This one's distance-wise, it went further than the Kirkland Costco. This one went, or is about 98 yards compared to the 119 from the previous shot. So let's see how the Pro V1 holds up in these conditions. All right, so right now it's night and day, friends. I mean, as you can see, this is the Pro V1 out of the rough. That's the pitch mark for it, and it held, I probably got maybe 10 feet for that putt. And then the Kirkland, slight pull, and it kept going left, is way over there. So in terms of performance, and that one I hit, you know, from the fairway, smack dab in the middle. And then this one, which is the Pro V1, is literally 10 feet from the hole. The Kirkland 2025 first. All right, as you guys can see, out of frame, ball went here, leaving me about 10 feet uphill. Wow, okay. All right, now let's take a look at the Pro V1 23 and try to sink this birdie putt. All right, still able to make par. Kirkland 2025. All right, this is the Pro V1 23. All right, so from the tee box with the driver, Titleist GT3 driver, this is where the Kirkland ended up. I got about 175 to hole. It is the fairway. Just got to hit one solid, try to get it up there. All right, this is where the 23 Pro V1 ended up at. So I got about 145 to hole. This one's way closer, further distance than the Kirkland Costco. Felt way softer too. And yeah. All right, the verdict on this hole. This is the Kirkland pitch mark right there, so holding pretty well on stopping power. But pretty far putt. I mean, I got probably about a 25-30 foot putt on this one. Costco 2025 golf ball, got 25-30 feet uphill ish. Gets pretty flat at the top. Still making. My God, this is Pro V1 2023. Pitch mark is, I mean, I almost dunked the damn thing. Look at this thing. It's right here. And I got 5 feet. All right. Okay, now I got the Pro V1 that I almost dunked. It's about 4 feet. And you make birdies. All right, this is the Kirkland 2025 driver GT3 Titleist. All right, this is Pro V1 23 Titleist GT3. All right, so here's where the Costco Kirkland fared. Not in a great spot. I'm off to the right of the fairway in the rough. Whole bunch of trees. While the Pro V1 is sitting pretty dead smack in the middle of the fairway. Yeah, with this one I got a whole bunch of driver spin. Almost like a fade that turned into a mini slice a little bit. But let's see what we can do. This golf video is unbiased, so you know, I'm gonna play it as it lies, where it's at, and see what I can make happen. It's a par 5, so I got some options. All right, here's the recovery shot from the right side rough of this hole, and I got 145 remaining. This is the Kirkland again, 2025. And let's see if I can get a green to hold. All right, here's where the Pro V1 ended up, dead smack in the middle of the fairway. It's a par 5 here on number 8, Ghost Creek, Pumpkin Ridge. And it's 219 hole. Historically, I don't like to go for it because that green is really narrow, and if you miss on the right or left side of this hole, it's pretty treacherous to try to get up and down. So I'm gonna lay up and try to see where this ball ends up next. Here's the layup from the Pro V1. I got about 63 yards. This is where Kirkland 2025 ended up. Now I will say that I did kind of chunk it a little bit, and it just didn't get to the hole over here. Let's take a look at the sand or the bunker performance of this golf ball. But you guys can see how challenging this bunker shot is. Look how big that, or tall that face is. So let's see the best I can do here. All right, guys, look at where the Pro V1 ended up. I got about 8 feet to the hole. Pitch mark's probably right here. So I got a whole bunch of forward spin, but regardless, because this hole is a little bit up, night and day, Pro V1 2023. And this is the bunker shot with the Kirkland, and got roughly about, I don't know, 12 feet to the hole, but it's coming out of the rough. So let's see how I do. All right, let's see how the Pro V1, because it's further out, performs, and we'll take a look at how the Kirkland does after. Ooh, it's a good birdie look for the Pro V1. All right, friends, so Titleist 2023 Pro V1 versus Kirkland Costco 2025. If you guys have followed along throughout the whole video, you will see that bar none, the Pro V1 from 2023 outshines the Kirkland 2025 model, bar none. You know, just a couple key things and specs about each ball, just so that you guys have an understanding of each one. So the Kirkland 2025 just came out, I believe, at the end of 24 in some areas. You could buy 2 dozen of these for about 28 bucks at your local Costco. The 2023 Titleist Pro V1 is going to be renewed in 2025. It should be in a couple days. But this is the latest one for this video that I could review against the Costco brand. And these are roughly about $50 to $55 for just a dozen. So obviously, price-wise, if you're on a budget, go with the Kirkland. It's not the worst ball out there, but if you're more serious about your game and you want to play a really good golf ball, obviously Pro V1 has, you know, surpassed everybody in terms of performance, playability, and the longevity of the golf ball. So yeah, both of these golf balls are 3-piece construction. So means that you get an outer layer, which is what we all see, then you get a mantle inside, and then a core inside. So both 3-piece construction. Just my key takeaways and review for each of the golf ball. I felt like the Kirkland, which is advertised, if I'm not mistaken, mid to high launch, and the Pro V1 is advertised as mid everything in terms of flight, and control with your driver, control with your irons, and low spin off the driver, and then a lot of greenside spin for the Pro V1. I don't know what they're saying for the 2025 yet, in terms of all of the hard numbers, because I haven't seen a forum or a website do a rough or an in-depth comparison of this golf ball and their predecessor of the 2024 model. So I know that the 2024 model did not get great reviews. I think the 2024 Kirkland golf ball got a 45 score rating, which is very low, via My Golf Spy. So people have been wondering what the 2025 will perform like. And as you guys can see from the from my video, it's not the worst golf ball, but it's not the best golf ball. And again, if you're that mid-range, kind of getting better at golf or play a lot of golf, I'm still going to have to go with the Pro V1 over the Kirkland Costco, just because off of the tee, yes, it may be decent sometimes, but playability, workability of the ball, greenside control spin, you're lacking in this golf ball 100%. I think 100% on the positive for the Pro V1 is they figured it all out. Obviously, that's why you got the top golfers all over the world using this golf ball. So, yeah, you know, you guys make the decision, but as you guys can see, this is kind of my on-course review between these two golf balls. You know, take a look at them. Obviously, if you're on a budget and you don't care about what brand of golf ball you play, you just want to get out there and you're probably gonna donate some to your local golf course because you're hacking at it, go with the Kirkland. You're gonna get 2 dozen for a really good price. For our really good golfers, or you know, getting better golfers, and you play and you're striking the ball well, Pro V1 is the way to go. So there it is. Chipping. Oh, you guys, come on. Pro V1s, y'all.